They aren't telling us the truth. That's what people in Europe have been saying since they found out that their governments and the news media have been covering up the actions of some of the immigrants in their countries. And those actions include crime, chaos, and terrorism. Our Dale Hurd has an exclusive on this shocking report.
We now know there has been a cover-up by governments and the media in Western Europe about the potential danger of immigration from the Islamic world. It was a conspiracy involving politicians, police officials, and journalists. Europeans were programmed by a relentless media campaign to believe immigration was good, and criticism of immigration was racist. Months before the deadly Islamic terror attacks in Belgium, left-wing demonstrators were playing dead in the streets, protesting for more immigration from the Middle East and against stronger borders in Europe. The left's mantra has been no walls, no borders. But many Europeans now realize they were sold a bill of goods about open borders and immigration. And the multicultural charade has crumbled. In Germany, when the city of Cologne was caught trying to cover up massive New Year's sex attacks. In Sweden, where the public learned that the police and the media covered up large-scale sexual assaults. And in Brussels, which became a home to some of the most dangerous terrorists in Europe. In cities across Western Europe, women are now afraid to walk alone at night on the street. Sweden has been notorious for censoring the problems of immigration. Newspapers obscured the faces and changed the skin tone of crime suspects with immigrant backgrounds, but showed their faces if they were white native Swedes. The Swedish police even had a special code when handling immigrant crime, 291. Swedish policy analyst Tino Sanandaji.
Code 291, and this is, now in every Swedish newspaper is reporting this. The police were told to cover up any crime relating to the refugees. Do not tell the media, do not leave a paper trail.
A lot of Swedes are angry. They realize they've been lied to. And some are wondering, what else are the government and media hiding from us? The man who found evidence that one of Sweden's largest papers covered up the sex assaults in Stockholm is journalist Chang Frick, who says journalists have been either too afraid or not allowed to report the truth.
I read books by Kafka, and I read books about what life was in Soviet Union and this and that. Everybody was checking each other. This is the situation we got in Sweden, but it's more in a soft way. You don't get in jail for having the wrong thoughts. You lose your job, you would get social stigmatized.
Swedish immigration policy has now changed. It was forced to because it faced a system-wide collapse. But if you think the European left has learned its lesson about the danger of open borders, you would be wrong.
No more walls in Europe.
After the Brussels attack, there were several articles essentially blaming terrorism on racism and calling for continued open borders.